Hello, fire signs. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are doing well. So this particular reading focused on communication, whoever it is you're focused on and thinking about for this reading. Let's go ahead and see if there is the possibility of them reaching out and what that energy looks like. General advice as always, guys, so please keep that in mind throughout your reading and take the parts of it that make sense for you and release what doesn't. So for Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, I'll start off with the relationship design cards by Sister Moon Tarot. Let's go ahead and see what needs to present itself here. All right, we've got sadness, tears, pain, longing, and this could have contributed to why you guys are not together. They were dishonest, disloyal, broken, so some sort of betrayal here. And perhaps at this time, you know, they're feeling responsible for why things didn't ultimately work out. And they're feeling guilty. Look at that, remorse, shame, ownership. That's actually progress, I feel, because if they did not take ownership before, this could be an indication that they have matured. They're seeing things from a very different angle at this point, and knowing that they are ultimately the reason why it didn't work out. So let's see. So it's definitely focusing on those of you who are not together and we're wondering, you know, if communication can come in. And there it is. We've got the Judgment card coming through. Reflection, awakening. If they do reach out to you, it's more than likely to apologize for their actions, to apologize for whatever this betrayal is. It doesn't necessarily have to represent a reunion, but I feel it could be a chapter for both of you that could be quite healing. To be able to heal this pain. We do have the Six of Wands. So, victory, success, self-confidence. I feel for some of you, the victory that's referred to here, and again, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you guys are getting back together unless that's what you're hoping for, or if that's what they're hoping for. This could simply mean that you're able to finally get to a point in your heart and in your life where you're actually in a better headspace, perhaps getting to the point where healing can finally begin or finally bring you towards closure. But for those of you who are open to the idea of coming back and restoring the partnership, I feel there's a lot that needs to be ironed out here, but it's not impossible for those of you especially who are wanting that. Now, there are particular situations where we might have someone from your past. If they could remove some of the drama that ensued between the two of you, they would want to fix things here, and maybe part of this sadness is knowing that they can't. You know, they can't fix it. Too much time has passed. Maybe you've moved on to another relationship. The Four of Cups can represent those regrets. It can represent that this opportunity that they once had is gone. You know, it's that bittersweet pill to swallow. What else? What else for fire signs here? So there's the potential for somebody to come back, but it's not going to result in a reconciliation for those of you who don't want it. So that could have been part of the issue as well. It's interesting how it's lining up next to that betrayal card. They acted impulsively. You know, they perhaps saw something quote unquote shiny and went for it, you know, going after a particular person that intrigued them. So not really thinking too much of the consequences, but there were definitely consequences. Look at that. We've got the Three of Swords. Sorrow, heartbreak, love triangle. It could have been a third party for some of you guys. And they know that there's a lot of drama that came through here and a result of something that they did. So I have a feeling some of you guys might have this person coming through in this reading wanting to communicate, but they're not quite sure if that would be a good idea. And for some, they miss the chance to do so. You know, for some scenarios, it's too late because you might be in a much better place at this point. Hopefully you are. Knight of Wands. So, Knight of Wands can have a bit of a reputation. You know, somebody who wants to play with your affections. They could certainly be a lot of fun to hang out with, but this isn't somebody that can bring you commitment, not in the way perhaps that you were hoping for. And they could have been talking to other people as well. So this could be somebody that just wasn't really interested in being exclusive. And more than likely, if you relate to this, you already know that. Two of Cups. So what this is basically telling us is the universe actually brought them to this relationship where it had a lot of good parts to it. You guys had a lot of good times. The love could have certainly been fantastic. You know, you guys shared that mutual understanding of love and affection for each other. But again, they just weren't the type to want to settle down. It was not coming, or it's not coming through as the type of commitment that can really go the distance. That's how it's coming through for me. So let's go ahead and see what else, because there's definitely some remorse here. We see that. So what else do we need to know when it comes to this particular connection for fire signs here? And at this point, I feel if you relate to this, I'm just kind of intuitively feeling like some of you wouldn't even care if you don't ever hear from this person again. They hurt you and you've moved on. But I'm also getting, whether or not you want to hear from this person, they still want to be able to reach out to you. That's a part of this longing that they have. Look at this. We have the Divine Masculine. These cards, guys, we've got the Awakening, Forgiveness, Take Action, and lastly, Twin Flames. And just because somebody is our twin, that doesn't mean they are not capable of hurting us, because they absolutely can. So it's coming through here that we have a Divine Masculine who is now fully aware of what, or at least the damage that they caused in a partnership because of their inability to commit. So I do feel for some of you, this person may return. And again, not necessarily to get back together with you, especially if you don't want that. For those of you who do, then of course that could be on the table. But this person, they feel the need to have this conversation with you to get things off their chest. So that could be weighing heavily on them. And it could be something as simple as the apology, their need to find forgiveness for what they've done. So if they want that, they're going to have to be able to be more proactive to get that to happen. And I feel that's where this comes in. Proactive, progress, and first step. However scary that might seem for them. And if you're watching this and if you relate to it, as painful a situation that it might have been for you, you might still be drawn somehow to this individual, still feeling magnetically pulled, possibly because it could be a twin flame connection. And that just doesn't guarantee that twins are going to get back together. You know, it could be a difficult thing to maneuver as well. Yeah, look at this. We got a stalemate situation here. We've got the Two of Wands, and that is followed by the Tower. Yes. So there was this Tower moment that happened. I feel this person, part of the reason why they're longing for you is because maybe as more time unfolded, the more they realize that they really let this beautiful, amazing connection go. There's a part of them, you know, this awakening. It's interesting how it's lining up this way with the Two of Wands. Part of their awareness is now realizing that they could have actually manifested this amazing life and future with you, but they blew it. I feel they've learned some lessons during this time apart. But it continues to tell us that there's this need to continue to heal. And if you're not interested in getting back together with this person, then that's something that they're going to have to work on for themselves. It's not your job to help them heal. That's something that they're going to have to do. And to perhaps accept the fact that it's over and they had the chance at real happiness with you, but they blew it. And now we've got the Six of Swords. So fire signs, if you relate to this, I feel that you've worked really hard to move on from this. And perhaps you have left it behind because it was just too challenging. You could have been dealing with a partner who just had way too many options, too many choices, possibly treating you like an option. We have a masculine, and then we've got the Lovers. So it could be a divine masculine. We do see that here. Could have had a lover. This could have been a third-party situation for some of you guys. They maybe couldn't make up their mind, had way too many choices. Could have been hiding things from the feminine here. Kept secrets, perhaps. And the feminine, coming in as the Queen of Swords, basically is letting us know that the divine feminine took a stand and decided to cut this masculine out. Yep. So it's a lesson that they needed to learn, and it was a very difficult lesson. And I feel at this point, you're both being offered a new beginning in love, but the way it's coming through for me, I don't feel it's with each other. I just don't feel that. If that's the energy that you're picking up, then absolutely take it that way. But intuitively, instinctively, I'm just feeling that this is somebody that used to be in your life. You guys had a tower moment, they hurt you, and now things are stuck. And more than likely, it's allowing you to really follow a very different path when it comes to your love life especially. And then you've got the Six of Swords telling you that it needed to be left behind anyway in order for you to move forward. Okay, so like I did for all of the other readings, the other signs, I pulled time frames. So let's grab them for you as well, fire signs, and see what presents itself there. Whether that time frame is representing the opportunity for forgiveness or closure, or perhaps receiving some sort of sign that, you know, they've healed as well. Look at that. That time has passed. That's why we have a stalemate right there. So for some of you guys, that's it. Let's grab two more time frames here. We have the month of March coming through, so early part of next year, some form of communication could be coming in for you from this person. And again, it does not necessarily mean this is somebody that you want back in your life unless you do. Let me grab one more time frame for the collective for fire signs. 6 months. So what's presenting itself here, it's either a done deal and you're no longer interested in this person and possibly just focusing on a very different path for yourself. For others, there's the possibility of reconnecting with this person to have a conversation. You know, there's some unfinished business here, I feel. It's with a twin flame for some of you guys. So that could actually be a very healing conversation that needs to happen. And it's totally up to you whether you are open to the idea of trying again with this person. Because at one point in time, they could not be trusted. Okay, remember the betrayal and the dishonesty there. But we do see they're feeling guilty for what they've done. But it is clarifying with that Judgment card that they need forgiveness. They want to be able to fix things here. But they're also realizing that perhaps it's too late, that they've missed the opportunity to do just that. Okay, so I will leave that there, guys. Hopefully there's something here that offers you clarity regarding this situation. If you'd like your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. That info is down below in the description box. I'll link all of the decks you see here as well. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.